So Kyle, are we camping here tonight?
Nah, Bert, we're surviving.
Surviving? I got a lot of good stuff in my backpack to help us out with that.
Yeah, but we don't need any of that. All we need is a hatchet and what we got from these books.
Alright, well let's start a fire.
Alright, we're gonna do it the way they do it in the books.
What are you trying to do?
Light a fire. What does it look like?
I mean, we have matches and stuff. You don't have to use your axe.
Have you ever heard of matches in the books? Flint and steel is the only way to do it. I mean, are you kidding me? Jesus. Like you've never been in the woods before.
2,000 years later. 6.5 hours later. A few inches later. Day 2, day 3, day 4. A few moments later.
Dude, are you still trying to light it with flint and steel?
Yeah, it's the only way you can do it, Bert.
You could do it with this. This thing is like a really good fire starter. It does it instantly. It makes sparks and everything here. Look at how quick that goes.
I doubt that's better than flint and steel. You know what? I'll race you to it.
You'll race me to it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Whoever sets it on fire first wins.
Wins? Okay. So Kyle, who won that fire building contest?
You, alright, I'll give you that. But I mean, whoever heard of a fire that was started with a bunch of English papers? I mean, that's just, you don't hear about that in the books.
Dude, Huckleberry Finn notes are pretty flammable.
With the fire, Kyle, the more seemingly educated person with his formal education, displays immaturity when he wants to race with Aaron to build the fire. In the end, Aaron builds the fire and Kyle does not, and he turns out a sore loser. Kyle just displays his immaturity, but it doesn't seem to match up with his formal education. On the other hand, Aaron, who is seemingly less educated, displays maturity. This is similar to Huck and Jim and their relationship together. Jim is supposedly more mature because he is older, but he is seen as less educated in society because of his skin color. And while Huck, who plays immature tricks on Jim, such as the scene with the raft and the fog. In the scene with the raft and the fog, Huck plays a cruel trick on Jim. And even though Huck is seemingly more educated in white society in the South, Jim is more mature because he acts as a father figure to protect Huck. In another scene, Huck plays a cruel trick with the snake on Jim. And in the end, Jim gets bitten, and Huck is seen as less educated and more immature. Whereas Jim overall throughout the story is more mature through his saving of Tom's life in the end with the bullet.
Another example of education and maturity being mutually exclusive would be with Tom Sawyer, who is arguably the most well-educated of the bunch in the book. Now, Tom Sawyer is often the most immature in every single situation, from the way he treats Jim when they have to free him, from the way he responds to being shot in the leg. He never takes anything seriously, and everything is an imaginative adventure for him.
It's done. Kyle, we finally got the tent up.
That's a bunch of garbage. How could you do that? I'm sleeping in the wigwam.
The wigwam works, but the tent is going to be better, Kyle.
No, that ain't true. Alright, they don't say that in the books.
Another commentary that Twain makes throughout his novel is that the voice of those with no formal education means nothing in the presence of those who have education. As we see in the previous scene, Kyle says that the tent is garbage, and that it's, even though Aaron and I think that it's a better idea, Kyle decides just to dismiss the idea of having a tent and go sleep in the wigwam.
Yo, what are you doing?
I'm so thirsty. I just want to get a drink.
If you're gonna drink it, you're gonna open it like a man, okay?
I just got a torch. My torch.
You're using that for a torch?
Yeah, man.
Dude, I got a light on my iPhone. That thing is a mess.
No, it's not.
So, how do I drink this now? You kind of.
With your mouth, stupid. Let me show you. Oh, I caught myself. Jesus.
That's what happens. Don't use the hatchet next time. Okay, I think we should just go down and start getting dinner. Like, we should just fish for it.
Fish? Why would you fish? They don't fish in the books, alright? You see those dams over there?
Yeah.
Beavers live in those dams. I'll get us dinner. The hatchet.
I think we should still stick with what we know.
And I know, because I read the books. Have you read any books?
No.
Not. I'm the Boy Scout here, alright? Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What was that?
What are you doing?
Drinking some water. What are
Listen,
you doing?
Bert, we're drinking out of that, okay?
Dude, that's disgusting.
That's not disgusting.
Can I at
That's
least
the
filter
way
it?
it's meant to be done.
Can I
No,
filter it?
No, you can't.
There could be like microbes and little
It's
things that you don't want
protein, Bert.
viruses.
It's protein. It is gonna
And
help
the
you
flu.
survive.
Are you sure, dude?
Yes, I'm sure.
I really, I wish I had my canoe. I could go kayak, canoe across this place and go fishing. It'd be nice. It's really nice weather out.
You know, Bert, I don't just see a fallen tree.
I do.
I see a log. We
Yeah,
can
so
cut
do
this up and make ourselves a canoe. You know, the way they do it in the books, like the Native Americans.
They cut that up and made a canoe.
Yeah? Do it right now. Make a canoe.
Dude,
get to the beaver.
Right
dam.
now, how long would that take? That would take forever. Hollow that out.
Probably
leave you
only
fire.
a year.
A
Only
year? Dude, I gotta get home for dinner. Fishing, at least?
No. The books, man.
Come on, Kyle.
So in our story, the hatchet that Kyle holds in every single scene symbolizes the authority that Aaron and I put into Kyle. The authority that Kyle gets is from the education which he received from his books, as he says throughout every scene. And that authority is what Mark Twain says, that we put the educated people in a higher plane of more authority because the uneducated people give their trust to the people who know better or say they know better, like Kyle says. And this happens in Huck Finn when Huck puts all his trust in Tom. Huck trusts Tom more than he trusts himself because he thinks that Tom is more educated, which Tom says he is through the novels that he reads and through the adventures that he has.
What happened to him? Looks like he didn't get to the hatchet in time. He's dead.
Well, makes sense for him.
Yeah, that's what happens. You shouldn't always put your trust in a person who thinks they know everything.
I bet he wanted to fight a bear by hand or something.
Using the books isn't always the right thing to do.
I guess you're right.
Now
But-
he's dead.
Too bad. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Relating back to our skit, Kyle, myself, believed that I knew better than both Ryan and Aaron. And just like Buck knew better than Huck. This ultimately led to Buck's demise in the book, where he gets shot by one of the Shepherdsons, as well as it led to my demise as I got mauled by a bear.
This book is still read over 100 years later for a few reasons. First of all, the book shows how people in society have trust in education, especially formal education. There are also many other great themes worth exploring, and the book is really entertaining. Society in the book is similar to society today. Both societies value education and maturity, and often relate the two. Well, in reality, the two don't always go hand in hand. Well, the best kind of learning might not come from books or research, but from experience.
I'm educated, but I'm not mature because they're not mutually exclusive. Screw you.
I'm waiting, go ahead.
I'm trying to think. Can I remember?
Smell the wood burning, just thinking.
Grab it by the not hot side, and then. Ooh.
My torch.